Shalom.
First and foremost, want to give all praises to the Most High.
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash.
Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Want to say shalom to all the brothers, and of course the few Akawatu who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. All right, today we're going to kind of zone into the parallels. And if you haven't seen it, it's free on YouTube. A good movie to watch. And we always go into movies because just like we were commanded to warn the people when you go to Ezekiel 3, in Satanism, it's an inverse of what we do.
Right.
So they believe that they have to warn the people before they do things. So they'll put things in their movies and their shows and things like that. So when you watch this novel that they turned into a movie in 1984, there are many parallels to our society now. And you can see it headed in that direction. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about those particular parallels and back it up with scripture so that you can have an image of where the society is headed, you know, if something doesn't change. And as a believer, when you see all these things, it should make you want to fight back. And how do we fight back? Well, we do our lessons. We're obedient to the Lord. All right. This is the way we're fighting back against this. And to the Lord, you know, makes it another way. So the first precept I want to get, the first point we're going to talk about is the surveillance. All right. Surveillance is a heavy part of what this devil is trying to establish. He wants to be like the Most High, like it talks about, right? So to be like the Most High, you want to be what? All powerful and all knowing. So the all knowing part, he wants surveillance and watching everybody. That's tracking. That's why he wants to put the Quran maybe.
Right. Biometrics.
There you go.
You know, just where he can track everything. That's why he's doing the thing with the CO2 emissions, carbon tracking. You know,
it's down to the point that he wants to know what you're thinking. Carl Schwab, can I say? Yeah, I can say his name. Fuck that guy. Anyway, Carl Schwab. He had an interview maybe like 2 weeks ago, where he was talking about with the technology, with the Neuralink and all of that, where imagine, this is what he said, imagine if everybody could communicate without speaking. Mm-hmm. Imagine if I'm sitting here and how I feel and my perspective about things, people could look at me and just know.
That's like telepathy, man.
You know? Right? That's what the elect are going to be given when they get their new bodies. We're going to be able to know. We're going to be everything that we're going to be given day one. He's trying to carnally manufacture it.
Right. That's right.
So we can get that first precept because even though he's gonna a lot of this stuff he's gonna be able to do. He's gonna get to some of it.
Hey,
but okay, go ahead.
If I could say, like in Revelation 12 or 13, it talks about those miracles. He deceives.
Bring them all out. Bring them all out.
If somebody want to hold that.
Yeah, I want to just make a quick point. Yeah.
You got it, brother.
No, the precept.
Oh, the precept first. Then you're going to make your point. Salaki. This is Sirach 23 and 19. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yeah. So although he's going to be doing a lot of this, you got to understand it's not something you should get spooked by if you're new, because the power that's behind us is far greater than he is. Right. All right. I just want to start with that. Now we can get into some precepts about what he's trying to do in society. All right, so let him roll.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14, and I'm going to read to verse 15. And it says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And in that 1984 movie, again, you know, in the movie it was made in 1956, but it was based in the future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're living in that current future right now, and we're seeing those miracles in the form of AI, you know, in the form of what's the word that I'm looking for? Digitalized world. Right. We're in the fourth industrial revolution, and just like you said, KS, whatever his name is, pretty much the head of the founder of the World Economic Forum.
And it came out that he's a part of the Red Shield family.
Right.
But go ahead.
Got you. But pretty much when you listen to that, that's exactly what he's talking about, a dystopian future that's based on AI, where everything is controlled. You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing glimpses of that right now. You can't even put certain videos up without saying something that's not going to be offensive to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They took a video I did early down this week, and I just said 2 words, and I'm like, damn. You know, like not 2 words, just for the 2 words I said, they took it down just for that.
Yeah, but the AI, we talked about this yesterday at camp. The AI is like their artificial angels.
Right.
You know how the angels, they go back and forth in the earth reporting everything? That's what AI is doing.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Con. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that should dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. And this is this Neo-Babylonian system that we're in right now, pretty much Rome 2.0, as we always say, headed by Babylon, which is the whore that sits upon the beast. Okay? And the point right here is in verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and we see that again with this whole AI system. Yeah. All right? And call that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Just as Homeboy said of the World Economic Forum. Yeah. He said that if you ain't with this digitalized system that's coming, then you're going to be extinct. You're going to be exterminated, excuse me.
He's going to kill you.
He's going to kill you, just as Revelation the 13th chapter stated. And it shows you this is a worldwide thing, not just Babylon, but this is worldwide. Right. You know?
This is just the epicenter in which he wants to get things done.
Right.
And, look at the bulk of Israel is here. There's Israelites scattered all over the world, but this is where the bulk is. You had something, brother?
Do you mind if I play? It's a 50-second clip. I'll read the title and then, it says, this is Klaus Schwab from...
play it close to the...
Here's the microphone right here. Just,
It's Klaus Schwab from the World Government Summit. This was recent, and I'll just read it. He's going to say this in the video as well, but it says, we have to be prepared for a world where we see a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological dimensions. And then he goes on to mention, so it will be a new world.
Yeah, that's what the fourth industrial revolution is. It's man merging. You're changed this time. The man merging machine.
Yeah, that's it.
Just think of the power of the combination of artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and big data. So it's a combination of the different technologies which really bring the fundamental change. And finally, I think we have to be prepared for a world where we see a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological dimensions. So it will be a world integrating the physical, biological, and the digital dimensions. So it will be a new world. And I'm looking forward.
So Esau, he's not a spiritual man. So he's trying to, that he keeps mentioning digital, that's their version of the spirit.
Right.
Because they're not spiritual people.
Bobby digital.
Yeah. So, when it talks about them trying to achieve immortality, they want to do it through technology. We made this point, but you was with me, right? Camp a couple weeks ago. We made the point that this devil, he's so silly that he thinks he could download somebody's brain waves and put it on a chip and then put that in another body, and that's immortality. You can't download a spirit, asshole. Right. The Lord is the Father of spirits, but you see where their mind is at. You see what I'm saying? You see they're trying to manufacture everything that's going to be freely given to us.
Whenever that movie came out a few years ago, Get Out,
yeah,
they were trying to actually steal Jake's body, taking their spirit and putting it in Jake's body.
Yeah.
Really the reason they hate Jake, that's why I ain't gonna get all off into that, but I'm just gonna throw it in there. Excuse me. Okay, Big Shirley and all that. These Edomites really hate Israel, primarily the tribe of Judah. So that they said, you know what? If we can't beat them, we're gonna beat them. That envy is like what's the word? A hateful, spoiled brat little kid. Yeah. If I can't get my way, I'm gonna throw a tantrum. Yeah. I'm just gonna destroy everything. I can't have it, nobody's gonna have it, right?
Flip the table over.
So if we can't be like these people and be as beautiful and as blessed as they are, then we're gonna destroy their shit. If y'all get my point.
Yeah.
The black woman, right? All the shit we talk about the black woman, there was a time where the black woman was the most desired, most beautiful woman on the earth. And that was just a short, in my little lifetime, a short 50 years, a short 30 years, short 40 years. Okay, like I tell you guys, because it ties into what you're saying.
Yeah, of course.
When I was growing up in the late 70s and early 80s, the black woman was beautiful back then. Gorgeous. Y'all, you can go to Pam Grier and all those beautiful black, they were sexy, beautiful. Like, so Esau said, no, we're gonna change this up. We're gonna go from that. We're gonna go from Pam Grier and or Diane Carroll, right, to what we got today. Big Shirley.
Yeah.
So it's a thing. They said we're gonna destroy them because they know that as fucked up as these niggas are, they are Israelites still. They're gonna be destroyed. They're gonna die. We understand the dynamics behind it.
Right.
They're gonna be burnt up over here. They ain't going nowhere.
Mhm.
But their spirits are gonna come back in the kingdom,
That's right.
righteous. You dig?
Yep.
Esau knows all that shit, but it's just a hateful, spoiled brat little thing. If I can't be like that because these devils are inferior. They're inferior.
Yeah.
They are inferior and they know they're inferior. So that's why, like what you said, putting chips on them. They want to try to do all that shit. And then as you said that, I thought about that movie, Get
Right.
Out. I know all of y'all saw that.
That's a
movie.
perfect example.
We get good when I'm small, man.
That's their goal. They want to have dominion over the spirit that's in Jake, but they can't actually touch it.
Right.
So they're like, "Fuck! How can we duplicate this in some kind of way? We gotta be able." And that's
Because you can't.
yeah,
That's the difference between Jake and Esau. You an Edomite. You can't. Esau's a real fuck. But that's why, like I said earlier, I think to these brothers, when the Lord destroy this fucking place, this devil, Job 20:4, he's gonna be exterminated.
yes,
But the Lord is just, he ain't just gonna exterminate. He could exterminate Esau right away, but no, gotta be payback.
Yeah.
The next 1,000 years from now, payback, baby. The Most High, tell me the Most High is not just, man.
Right.
he can't.
You gotta get payback,
Right.
okay? Then we're gonna do away with you fucking crackers, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't wanna look at you no more, man. We're done with you. Okay?
Yeah.
You and your whole fucking race. You know what I mean?
Right.
All this wickedness that they've done. And all the wickedness. Look what they've done to Israel. But that's okay. In the kingdom, we're gonna do that to them.
Double.
See, but we can't do everything they did. They're faggots and weirdos and all that. But we're gonna do that too.
Yeah.
The Edomites, the low see, we gonna get all the fine, pristine Edomites. I'm talking about in the kingdom.
Right.
But we're getting them now. And we're gonna get them now. The white woman is ready. They ready to come to us now. They are. Last week I was in Austin. The Edomite bitches was coming up to the camp. Fucking with us. Not when I say fucking with us, I don't mean talking shit like Edomite niggas said, what are you guys teaching? I'm teaching the Bible, baby. I know potato chips. Fucking birth put a little more right at the camp. It was gone.
Right.
Edomite was another Edomite woman came to the camp. Well, her man, but that was wicked. She was fine. She stopped and was listening. It was some old cowboy. He said, hey, come here. He called her 5 times. He had to come snatch her ass away. This went down last weekend at the camp in Austin.
What they say, Apostle, they say you can tell the state of a nation by the state of their women. And their women are
Hey,
down.
that's God. These are my women. They ready to go. They ready to go now. You feel me? They ready to go now. They ready to go. The Edomite woman knows something. A lot of other. She like, yo, we fucking with Jake, so we trying to get an early pass.
Yo, they trying to make a Patty Mahomes baby. That's
See
what they
what
do.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
These Edomites, that sweet
Trying to give
combination milk. Okay. But anyways, but the point is, there, these Edomites are gonna be exterminated for 1,000 years. So basically, they want something they can never have. They want something that they can never have. The spirit of Israel. I'm sorry, brother, if you're not an Israelite. And I can call you brother, because Esau is our brother.
Right.
But you're not an Israelite. You're an Edomite. You're an Edomite, brother. So you can do all your witchcraft and shit, because their whole thing is to destroy Israel because they lost the birthright.
Yep.
They mad.
Yeah, that anger's still there. They sought it carefully with tears, but you lose. That's what the apostle's basically saying. No matter what you do, nigga, you lose.
And that's why ultimately, like you're going into, he's trying to create his own synthetic reality.
Yeah.
You know, and has to use the Most High's creation to do it, though. You know?
He can only go, he's like, well, this is the blueprint the Lord gave them. Maybe I could duplicate it.
Right.
No. All right, so let's continue on in the theme of surveillance. You had something?
Yeah, I just had a
Go ahead.
precept. This is a Sirach 19 and 22. It says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. So his left-hand wisdom is ultimately going to end up for detriment.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the long-term effects of genetically modified foods, just all of these different patterns that he's
Cancer.
trying to use, you know, to enhance his NWO, you know. It's going to be detrimental to everybody except for those at the very top,
Right.
you know.
And and look, our people are test subjects for his little experiments.
Right.
The projects, everything from the bottom to the top.
They call it that.
They literally call it the projects.
Y'all know there's a Big Shirley action figure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see. Yeah.
We just did the video.
So he created Big Shirley, like the possibility. In the 70s, bro, you go watch Shaft in the movies during that time, bro. I was like, damn, she was
Yo.
But now you got Precious. You know what I mean? It's like, look at the part Esau created with the foods, with the medicine, with all the
Double
things.
Big Mac. I didn't believe it, bro. Last week I was here at the camp house. My brothers was here, and one of y'all brothers, I don't know who
Damn,
the fuck it
Double
was.
Big
I
Mac?
can't remember.
God
Who brother said it to me. Somebody said something. He was talking shit, whatever. And one of y'all said, "Double Big Mac, double Big Mac, eating a double Big Mac." And I said, "Nah." I mean, no, I heard it, but I didn't say. I laughed. You know, Jake, you know, but y'all brothers, we all be saying this crazy shit, right? I didn't believe it. I thought maybe a brother was just being funny.
Your mouth ain't big enough.
But then today,
Bro,
we
that's
went to
huge.
Walmart, me and his brother Shaquat, we went to Walmart, and we was in Walmart, right? And there was a McDonald's in the Walmart. We walked by, and I saw the menu feeling double Big Mac. I almost shit my pants.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
look, if you eating that shit,
That's like 6 pieces of
You gonna
6
eat a
buns
missile.
on there.
if you eat a double Big Mac, bro, you gonna take the chip and eat a missile, man. Ain't
I
no
was
way.
blown away. Because in my mind, it was like, I didn't even laugh at first. I was like,
That really ain't funny though. That's
right.
It's complete
I was
death
like,
right there.
yo, Esau is not, the first thought came in my mind is Esau. I said, yo, Esau, this nigga ain't playing.
Could Jake
Bro, he on
go
that
to the TikTok and present a challenge like you can the double
How-
Big Mac challenge?
How
you know,
fast can you eat it or some shit
stupid
like
shit.
that? Y'all remember that movie? It's off topic. Y'all remember that movie Good Burger?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Keenan and
Remember
Kel.
across the street, Mondo Burger, they had that slime. They really doing that shit. And y'all and people just they don't even think about it.
Right.
But bro, when I saw that today, like I said, a brother, one of y'all said it to me last week or the week before, and I thought y'all was just fucking around. I don't know which brother said it. Yeah, double Big Mac Apostle, whatever. And I thought the brother was just, making a joke. But that shit is for real.
Right.
They actually got the double Big Mac. I said it today. And then looking at it, like your stomach kind of like you almost like want to throw up. Like, whoa. But these motherfuckers, Big Shirley getting down on that.
Yeah.
Niggas do.
Yeah.
Jake cut it in
That-
half.
That stuff stays in your body for months.
Months.
That
Months.
food, it doesn't decompose,
It
man.
doesn't
Dude.
decompose.
Dude,
Years, really.
years.
It'll still look the same way years later.
Yeah, you might poop a little bit of it out, but when your body still can't break it all down.
Yeah.
It's remnants of it there.
People have done experiments on it by pouring molten copper on the actual bun and the meat doesn't deteriorate. It just the copper hardens up over it, and they just pull the copper off, and it still looks like a regular patty with a little bit of a black spot on it.
Go buy a fucking Happy Meal right now. Go buy a Big Mac. And leave it right here on this table.
It ain't
You
gonna
can bury
age.
it in the backyard.
Yeah.
Come back
Ain't
5
gonna
days
stink, ain't
later.
gonna smell the
Yeah,
house or nothing.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
fresh.
And let it sit here for like till next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back and put it in the microwave, warm it up. It's gonna be just like these first
Just
bread.
like
Stop eating those Mondo burgers, man.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get
Yeah,
back on.
let's get back.
well, that goes and that's
Yeah.
part of categorizing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got Jake that's really indulging in that. You know what I'm saying? And that fucks with Jake's mind. You
That's
know?
why these niggas are fucking Looney Tune characters. But that movie, what you're going into, it really ties in.
Yeah.
Because the Illuminati, the 1980, the Illuminati, it goes back to these elites.
Right.
Mhm.
Matter of fact.
They did that. That's just another part
Right.
of their program.
Right.
Yep.
Destroy Israel.
That's right.
And the other undesirables, even Edomites,
Mhm.
they don't try to kill Israel at the cost of a few Edomites too.
That's right. That's right.
The elites don't care about the low-level Edomites.
No, that's why they
Esau ain't
mad.
sharing the bag, man.
Right.
Mhm.
He ain't sharing the bag. Amalek is the top family of Esau. They're not sharing the bag.
And that's why you got those low-level Edomites whistleblowing,
Oh yeah.
bringing out all that information. Look what they're doing. Da, 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 da. Why? Because they know that they're not going to be a part of that wealth. They're not going to be a part of this blessing that he's manufacturing. You see? 2 precepts the elders got.
Yeah, just going into what you're saying, I'll read quickly. This is Psalm 64:1, or I'll start at 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Going into the Orwellian, the 1984, there's always been a secret society of elite rulers and everybody else is useless eaters, cattle. Amalek calls them what, Goyim. All right.
Now, in that movie 1984, there was a section of the society where the people were called the pros.
Yeah.
And they were basically the low-level people. And the main character in the movie, he was so tied into society, he would just go through the poor neighborhoods and he envied them because they still had some kind of remnant of humanity to them. They still kind of thought for themselves. And people, you see those Edomites walk by us at camp, and the people in society, they look down at us, but at the same time, they're like, man, I could never go out there and do something like that and be so free or speak my mind the way that they do.
Those pros had some liberty still, even though they were impoverished, they still had liberties that everybody else didn't have.
And we have a gleaning countenance too. We don't look all beat down by, the things of this world, the drugs and all the depression. Of course, we go through things like that too, but we're so invigorated to preach this word because we got a duty from the Lord. Yeah. So that gives us a heightened countenance compared to these peons that's walking around.
People could see that. People could see that we're in proximity to the Lord.
Like there's an energy, that's working within us,
Yeah. They can see that we're in proximity to the Lord.
That's why Jimmy went to hover around listen, today, I've been wild. We was talking about this conversation, what y'all said. When we go, that's why these niggas, these Looney Tunes niggas, when they see us in the store, they want to try to hover around us, and I be trying to get away from niggas, man. What y'all said is true.
That's right.
Well, but I'm gonna jump to this verse because you mentioned Esau. He's not sharing the pizza pie, right? So a lot of Edomites, the low class, they feel disenfranchised. They feel like they got cut out the deal by the elites, and that's why they whistleblowing, like the brother just said. This is Psalm 64 and 8, right to the point. It says, "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." And what the scripture says, a divided house or kingdom, it shall not stand.
Come. And I got this here, another precept going into categorizing, that surveillance. This is Revelation chapter 12. We'll start at verse 9, but the point is in verse 10. And it says, and a great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, that great dragon, Roman Empire, and we have the Roman Empire today here, through NATO, EU, Babylon and such, and then you got the elites that control this whole thing. At the end of the day, they're all Edomites. Right.
Even the Russians too.
Even the Russians as well. That's right. That's right.
They still Edomites.
They're still Edomites at the end of the day. Yep. That great dragon that's going into, this infrastructure right here, what we see. It says, and that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation, which is, we know that's what we're preaching about, salvation, right? But this is the point, and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. This is the point here. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before the Most High day and night. And when you go into that word accuser in the Greek, you have the word categoreo, which goes into categorizing. That's exactly what Esau's done in this beast system, whether you want to say, even again, you brought out Russia. They have their own way of doing it as well. But Esau has mastered the ability to categorize people and put them in their own social groups and such like that. Especially when it comes to you Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
They try to. You'll notice every couple of years they'll try to lump us in with some people. They tried to do it when BLM first got started. Right. Then we start rebuking and cussing their ass out. And say, hey, look who started this company. The BHI, remember that? What was it? Black Hebrew. No. It was Black Identity Extremists.
Oh, Black Identity Extremists.
Yes, they came up with that term a couple of years ago.
They all got a whole shirt that says that with fringes on.
I remember that. I remember they making.
So they're always trying to see like how can we put them in a category so we could just kind of get them out of there. Because if we say, oh, these people, you can't just say they are, but they are. We got to kind of lump them in with somebody.
And Southern Law Center, Southern Poverty Law Center, they'll group you in.
Yeah. So, that's the categorizing us, you know, is always a part of, you know, his plan.
Oh yeah. He likes to put that jacket on you, you know.
Yeah, straight jacket.
Because it's easy
It's
to push
crazy.
his propaganda and demonize you. You're domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
They're out there preaching things that they're being treasonous against America, man. You know?
Somebody get Isaiah 14-12, and of course, Sean, whatever you got.
That was it on that precept.
But and Habakkuk 2:4, and look up that word gather in Habakkuk 2 in verse 5. Read forward and read through 5 and look up the word gather. And then we'll jump to the second parallel, which is, you know, propaganda and media manipulation.
I got Isaiah 14:12.
Okay.
Man. All right, so Isaiah 14:12, it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?"
Right there, enlighten on the left-hand side. Okay, go ahead.
Right, because that word just means light bearer. If people try to demonize the
Yeah,
word
I
Lucifer,
should explain that. You're right.
nah, I mean, I'm just adding to it if you want to expound more.
You got it.
You know, that's not necessarily a wicked word, but Esau, you know, because he's operating on the left-hand side, he's wicked. The knowledge that, like I just read earlier, you know, he's dealing with left-hand wicked wisdom, you know, but ultimately that word in itself, it just means light bearer.
Yeah, we're
Or
enlightened.
morning star.
Yeah, we're enlightened on the right-hand side.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's people. That's a part of the double speak we're gonna get into later. That this devil has taken words
Mm-hmm.
and made you and put a whole nother connotation on them. So now when you read it or you see it or you come across it or somebody says it, a whole narrative pops up in your head that has nothing to do with the actual
They call
word.
evil good and good evil.
Yeah.
You know, so to speak. You know, because we really the enlightened ones, like you said, and we really the real Illuminati. Even though people get butt out, they said,
Goofy ass
goofy.
niggas.
Yeah. So you gotta look up the
Entertainment.
meaning of the words, like Apostle Gabar always says. No?
Yeah.
But just continuing on, back in Isaiah 14:12, the last part, it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?"
Mm-hmm. You know, this devil, he's trying to be like the Most High.
Right.
In every sense. You see, he's trying to go up into space and do all this thing, put satellites up there so he can monitor everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's doing. That's the purpose behind it. If you're thinking like, well, why would you say he's doing all this? You think he's doing it because he wants to be like the Most High.
That's why he has an embassy and a military base through all of these different nations, just so he can have control over those natural resources in the earth.
It goes right into it.
You know? Oh yeah. Yep.
You got it?
What that?
Yeah, let's get it, and then we'll jump to the next parallel.
God, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." Yeah.
Okay, he's not upright, man. So if we sat here and went through all the prophecies and say, damn, who fits this evil being that the scriptures keep bringing up? The list gets real short, just like the list gets real short when you bring out who fits the curses. Okay? This devil is trying to hide who he is. He can't hide it anymore. Everybody's seeing it.
Right.
Regardless of the narrative he's pushing, people can see like, damn, this man is the devil.
Yeah. Even though he's changed and removed the ancient landmarks.
Yeah.
He's everything under the sun. He's German, Polish. Now you're an Edomite, man. The last of the Mohican, the last this, the last that.
Last samurai, the nigga pop up.
He wants to be everybody except for his true biblical identity that the Most High gave. You know,
man.
because he's trying to basically he's a fugitive of that justice.
Yeah,
you know,
he's on the run.
But everybody's figured him out now. So now it's like he gonna pull kitchen sink tactics. Like if I can't get my way, I'm just gonna destroy the world.
Y'all know those mystery movies where like everybody's in the house and they gotta find the murderer, the whodunit movies? Yeah, we're the guys with the magnifying glass, pointing out, hey,
That's him.
Yeah, that's him.
He's guilty, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. He's profane. He's outside the temple. Go ahead.
Right.
Back in Habakkuk 2, verse 5, it says, "Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine."
The philosophies that he pushed, this way of thinking, and this kind of goes into another parallel, so we'll hold off on it. But the vibration or his standard of what right and wrong is in the earth is completely contradictory to what the Lord has given us. And if you're contradictory to the Lord, what is that going to bring you to? Death. But go ahead.
It says, "He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home."
Military bases all in every part of the world. When you go abroad as an American, when you go abroad as an American and you go to a country, not in the tourist areas, but if you actually go amongst the people and they figure out you're American, they have a disdain towards you because they know what comes with America.
Right.
They know that America pushes the dismantling of family.
Right.
They know that America oppresses their countries and steals their resources, and they don't benefit from it. People know this. Neither keepeth at home. That's him. The same way the Romans
Yep, same thing.
did the same thing, man. Spread their military. It backfired on spread their military.
Oh yeah.
Backfired on them. It's gonna backfire again. Go ahead.
It says, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is his death.
Is as death. We talked about this yesterday as Ken. There's a man whose reference, his presence is his death. Wherever he goes, the conditions of hell, which are living conditions, right?
Mm-hmm.
The conditions of hell follow this man. He's the border of wickedness.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations.
Now look up that word gathereth,
Mhm.
and it should be the second or third. It'll say collect. In the, one of
The
the
word gathereth is Strong's H622, asap, all right, or it says ASAP, you know, if you used to read it like that. But
Yeah.
It says to gather, collect. All right, it says to gather an individual into company of others, categorized.
Yeah, they're categorized and they're gathering people and getting information. You had something?
No.
Yeah, read that definition again.
It says to gather, collect. It says to gather an individual into company of others.
Yeah, they're trying to lump everybody in, man, into their system. That fourth industrial revolution that the Sith Lord was talking about. That's who Carl, brother looked at me when I said that. Like, what are you talking about? Carl Schwab, he reminds me of the Sith Lord on Star Wars.
Yeah.
The guy in the hoodie.
Yeah, Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, Emperor Palpatine with the lightning. That's him. That's how I look at him like that. That's how he looks. But
a little more.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the Strong's definitions, it says remove. I'm gonna jump down like towards the middle of that paragraph. It says, i.e., to remove, destroy, leave behind, put up. You know, and it made me think of, because we're talking about, you know, cotton swab.
Mhm.
What did he say?
I'm using that.
I like that.
What did he say recently? He said, if you don't get with the technological advances that are coming, you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna be extinct.
Yeah.
You know, which is a synonymous for destroy.
Which lets you know when you talk about Revelation 13 and 16, which these niggas never break that part down. Buying and selling. If you can't buy and sell within a society, you can't function in that society.
Absolutely.
Which means you eventually will go extinct because you don't have access to resources.
That's part of the whole end-up.
Exactly.
They're trying to do away with the so-called O-dub and the old moniker of doing things, man.
Right.
And if you stuck on the whole old moniker, you're gonna be left behind.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right. Brother, you had something? Well, when you done, this brother got something, and whoever else got something, go ahead.
But heaping to himself all people made me think of Revelation 18, where it talks about the souls of men.
Yeah.
Because they actually want to
Yeah.
tap into the soul. They want your soul, man.
The elder mentioned get out earlier.
Right.
They want dominion over the spirit that's in jail, but
Exactly.
they really can't do it. It's a pipe dream.
Right.
You had some Osmawal?
It ain't just enough having all of the natural resources,
The
all of
fatness
the
of the
wealth.
earth.
They actually want your spirit.
Yeah,
You know.
They already got everything, and they could have been focusing on just doing right and living it up.
Right.
But they worry about us.
Yeah.
That's a hater.
Yeah.
that's
That's
like
a
nigga,
hater.
damn, you got your own shit. You got the fatness of the earth, and you look at that word fatness, but I always go into it. It talks about oil.
Oil.
You know, so who else? Who has all the oil in the earth? Whose currency is pegged to trading oil in the earth? Go ahead, brother. You got something?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 10. It says, the Lord Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Now, I'm going to grab that word devices in the Hebrew Calvin lexicon. Hebrew word for Strong's H4284, Mahashaba. All right, the Hebrew Calvin lexicon, I'm going to get to the point. It says purposes. It says artificial work. You know, artificial work. So this going to, you know, the Lord is going to thwart this man's artificial intelligence. You know, as you read the book of Ruth, 3rd chapter. Can I get that real quick?
That's why you see them Teslas. If I can say, a lot of them Teslas, man, they killing people. They just discombobulating, just going off the road. Robots in these factories harming employees. You know,
In Revelation, it talks about that cancerous sore people gonna have.
oh man,
Trying to merge with his technology.
yeah.
So yeah, he's just losing. Go ahead.
God, this Baruch chapter 3 and verse 22 in GMT, it says, wisdom was not found by the Canaanites. It has not been discovered by the Edomites, although they search after knowledge. The way to wisdom has not been found out by the merchants of Maran or Tema, which teaming. All right, because the Lord snuffed the candle from you Teamanites.
That's right.
All right, Jeremiah 49th chapter, which that's the same dude cotton swab comes from.
Yeah.
You see?
The Germans, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the wise men. Those are one of
Teaming.
the ones part of the Manhattan Project to build the first nukes,
Right.
the atomic bomb, you know. Go ahead.
Because he even said in that article that Brother Kabash had brought out, he even said that now we're entering into that age of intelligence. So Scripture says that wisdom was not found by you Edomites. You know, because the brother got, what was that, earlier in Sirach, the 19th chapter, that, you know, the only wisdom y'all have is in wickedness, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, look at all the wise works you've done in wickedness. You know, you splice genes, right? You cut off the rod of a man. You give men estrogen, right? You give women testosterone. Like, bro, like, come on, man, that's not wisdom. You're destroying. You got to decide on self-destruct mode, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's the Michael Jordan that's fucking shit up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the point.
I had to, I actually was holding that word artificial, you know, because
It ain't picking y'all brothers.
I was actually holding that word artificial because what Esau is doing is setting up for his way of being like the Most High. Because I actually, when he brought it out, holding Isaiah 14, and when it says he's going to be like the Most High, when you go into the word artificial, it say just Google Dictionary, it say made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally, especially as a copy of something natural. So he's looking to copy the things of the Lord.
The blueprint the Lord gave.
The blueprint, yeah. And how he's gonna create all these things, like he's trying to create that sea hip. He needs natural things from the earth, right? To create these things. So his things, what he's trying to do is artificial. That's why I call it AI. This stuff is not, and it's gonna be way more watered down than what the Lord has provided for us.
Great value version.
Yep.
When you go to Walmart,
That's right.
don't go to Walmart. Go to Kroger.
No, that's right.
But yeah, it's the great value version, man. And you get stuff that's not quality, it don't last.
Got a quick one, real quick.
Okay.
It's like the BBL version of someone who put in the work and had the diet.
Yeah.
The BBL body versus someone who just through nutrition
Right.
and just consistency in the weight room looking a certain way.
Yeah. Or somebody who's
Yeah.
just in their genes to be built like that.
Or that too, naturally.
Yeah. You be like, damn, that's really what it is. And her thighs don't match.
Like the chick.
That's right. Yeah.
She look like an ant now, but the other chick, she got that nice Coke bottle.
Of course.
Naturally, you know.
That South African body.
And just as we're going into, what I'm saying, the false wisdom that Edom's received on this side, we've been given the knowledge of the Heavenly Father to know that it's bullshit. But you got these people that's out here that's believing in it so much to the point where, as the scriptures say in Revelation the 13th chapter, where they worship the image of the beast. So this is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. And it says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? It says, is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And there's another precept that comes to mind, Isaiah the 14th chapter, where it goes, and how the nations shall narrowly look upon thee and say, is this he that made the earth to tremble?
Could be.
Yeah, because
This
we see that he's full of shit. We see everything synthetic about this nigga's birthright, but we know the prophecies going into him having to fulfill his birthright. And part of the fulfillment of that is him wanting to create a dystopian society, which the Lord is going to disappoint or throw down, as you read it in Psalms 33, and as Job the 5th chapter talks about. The Lord disappointeth the devices of the crafty.
Yep. That's a cold scripture. Did you want to go back to Isaiah 14?
We good. We're gonna try to get through these points because there's
Yo,
7
I know.
of them,
I know.
and we on point 1. Okay.
Yeah,
Man. Like, you know what I mean?
I
'Cause this could be like a whole sit, but let's try to get
Yes,
let's get the point out.
It's a lot.
Because
Yeah.
I know brothers,
for sure.
It's your show.
this is but the spirit gonna do what it do. This is the second parallel, right? Oh, let me say one last thing. So for the new listeners, man, it's the surveillance is gonna escalate. All right. So we kind of went into the purpose of what he's trying to do with all the surveillance, and it's gonna come under the guise of safety, under the guise of it's for your own good.
Right.
So just understand that. All right. Now let's talk about the media manipulation, man. This devil and points 2 and 3 kind of go together. This devil controls the narrative of it, and just like in the book 1984, all the information people had access to was given to them by Big Brother. All the perspective that people had was given to them by Big Brother. For instance, when people come, before they come into the truth, the people that are not in the truth, when they pray, all right, what image pops up in their head?
Shit, Chezzy B.
People, our own people.
You see, they made fun of that in that movie too.
Yeah, look at Clarence.
But yeah, they put Dr. That's Dr. Strange.
That's yeah.
They put Dr. Strange up there, man. But you know, and I thought about it because when I first said, "What is this?" But I thought about it, I said, "Well, it was Edomites linking around," you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so through that media manipulation, all the access to like what's going on over there. That's why brothers watch alternative news. But all the information that you get that's happening in Gaza and in Russia and all of that, they filter it. There's a compilation video of all the news stations reporting on the same story and actually having the same lines. Like they all have the same script. So all the information you get, it's like, damn, I can't even trust the info. Like, you know,
Right.
I gotta kind of filter everything through the spirit. So that's the point 2, all right? Even the history, but point 3 kind of goes with it. They're gonna do that so that anybody that goes against that narrative that they push that you're supposed to have can be demonized, can be called as a conspiracy theorist, all of these things. All right, so let's get Isaiah 29:6, and somebody else could get 2 Maccabees 6:6. Okay, we can read the Isaiah one first.
All right. Go ahead.
And any other precepts, you know, a couple of precepts. Their brothers got to go along with it. Go ahead.
You said Isaiah 29:6.
Correct.
All right, this is Isaiah 29:6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, of hosts, with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, and with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire."
No, I wasn't that one.
Jumping down to verse 20, to offender for a word.
Yeah, fender for a word.
Yeah,
That's
verse
what it
20.
was.
Okay. This is Isaiah 29, dropping down to verse 20. It says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught." And
The terrible one.
Mm-hmm.
Who might that be? When the scriptures talk about the most proud, who might that be? Saw these terms for this man. All right, go ahead.
Yep. It says, "The terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, and that make a man an offender for a word."
And when we've been made offenders for words, you put up a YouTube video, you mention a particular term, you mention ketchup, baby ketchup, you out of there. Your whole page is gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even say the word. This is childish. I gotta even speak in code like that. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh, man, it goes right
Go-
to your
go
point
ahead.
real quick, bro. Just go back to 1984.
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where they had to speak in code.
Yeah.
They had to speak in code to get by when you go into that. You know.
You can speak freely all the time and do videos or on a camp. You can use the F-bomb word, but you can't use that. It'll cancel your ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But these motherfuckers to do the shit they want to do.
Yeah.
And be up online in front of your kids. You know, some fucking mode.
Drag queen.
Yeah, up in front of your children. That's okay. They got the freedom to do that.
They at the schools, y'all remember Texas wasn't going for that shit. When they had that drag queen show going around the
Yeah, I
country,
remember that shit.
dancing in front of your kids. But we made offender for words for saying what's true.
Mhm.
For saying, hey, look at what they're doing to the earth and the people. Now the primary thing, now we can get 2 Maccabees 6:6. 2 Maccabees, yeah,
That's why there's gonna be a civil war in this country.
right. The
I talked to the elder Zion, Bishop Zion this morning. He called me from up top, and we was on the phone for a while. Hey man, but I said it, and he's like, "Yeah, brother, we've been saying that for years. It's gonna be a civil war because Texas is already ready to go,
Yep.
and I'm happy. I'm glad.
yeah.
See what's going on with Governor Abbott in the border situation. They about to build a military base down there near the border, just to keep the Texas National Guard. They basically going against the federal government right now. Texas, you know.
Yeah, come on. Well, New York City right now, oh man, it's chaos. This motherfucker is all up in the Northeast. It's chaos. New York City is about to collapse.
A lot of migrant crisis up
No,
there.
but they up there, they took over, they attacking people.
Oh, man.
People getting raped, all kind of crazy, all kind. and them gangs from South America, they taking over. New York City is through.
Esau set that up, man.
Some migrant, they beat up the cops. It's all kind of crazy shit going on. That devil, that old decrepit, but they wanted them.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas that voted for Biden, now they backtracking, but it's too late. See, that's why, fuck you, man. You being wicked and sinful. Once the damage is done, you can't. Oh, I'm sorry, repent. Sometimes you can't repent when you do certain wicked things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all them niggas and Hispanics that voted for Biden, Trump is racist. This retarded, peanut brain people going on their emotions. But it's beautiful. Hey, man, these devils, the elites, Esau, the elites, they knew what they was doing, bro. They knew what they was doing. They got a plan. Because they want chaos. Although apokeo. Order
Out of chaos.
Although apokeo. Order to chaos.
Hegelian dialect.
Phrase.
Right.
They need the migrant motherfuckers to come and cause all this. And then in the midst of that, in the midst of all that, you got a civil war about to break out.
Yeah.
Because of that situation.
Yes.
Because the governor of Texas ain't having it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And Florida is back into my home state, Florida. Yeah. That's crazy. That's so funny. Florida is like, fucking, if y'all go, we gone.
Yep.
Which I always knew that would be the case.
Yeah.
Because Florida ain't playing with motherfucking niggas and people either, man.
Yeah.
See?
Florida's like a different country.
And guess what? Oklahoma's going. Come on, that's our neighbor. Oklahoma going. See? Montana gonna go. Because that's going on. The elder Inop sent me a thing. The migrants, the lowlifes, what they call them, the drug cartels,
right.
The motherfuckers are going up, and that touches home for me. They trying to take over the reservations amongst gang.
And they ain't going for it.
In Montana.
Montana?
Yeah, the
Blackfoot.
Yeah, in the Blackfoot territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they popping those particular Issachar cartels as well.
These niggas is rolling up on the reservation, coming up, and actually just rolling up on the fucking Indian reservation because it's mountainous reef. They can set up shop, and they setting up their meth labs and coming up there.
Yeah, they going as far as even.
And the tribal police can't do nothing because the tribal police is understaffed. You might have thousands of acres. You got 8 tribal policemen. What they gonna do to stop these motherfuckers? But the BIA, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, is supposed to get the FBI involved and come and handle that situation, right? We're still your slaves. But Esau set the whole thing up.
That's right.
Right? So that whole migrant thing was a plan. See, it was a plan. It was a fucking plan. That's why they set up Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
Open the borders.
Because it was for the
let them in. New York City is about to crumble.
Yeah.
As a government.
Yeah.
But they taking care of these niggas.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, you already had a homeless problem here.
Yeah.
Thousands upon thousands. All these y'all see them here in California. He ain't taking care of the homeless people, but these motherfuckers are coming up. Now, yeah, they might be of the tribes, but fuck them. They wicked. They giving them benefits and cards and wealth. But what about the homeless motherfuckers downtown Dallas?
Yeah.
Downtown Houston. Downtown Austin. Like I said, within the past 2 weeks, I've been in Houston. I've been in Austin, and I was in Dallas last night. All these homeless motherfuckers in these major cities in Texas. How come the federal government ain't taking care of them? But they, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, they're feeding soldiers. When you look at the videos, you go to the alternative news because you can't trust these motherfuckers. Most of the men they're letting across the border, most of the people they're letting across the border are military-aged men. Mm-hmm. You guys all seen that clip of that one dude. He was like, "Soon you will find out who I am."
Yep.
The guy at the border.
Damn. Yeah.
He said, "You're too stupid to know, but soon you will find out who I am." Mm-hmm. What kind of accent is that from Mexico? Where is he from?
And And a lot of them people that you think Mexican,
we've been talking about.
they from like Guatemala.
Yeah, they from like
Central America.
There's some of them that's from over the water.
Iran.
Cambodia.
Like, bro, how'd you get here?
Yeah, like all over the place.
Oh, remember that one video? It was just like a truckload of Elamites, and they was asking them, "Where you going, California?"
I put that up in the chat. Yeah, bro.
Like, how the fuck you get to Mexico? You supposed to be
It was some Hamites there. They was like, "Where are you going?" He was like, "Oh, New York." "Where are you going?" "Chicago." "Where are you going?"
Yeah.
So, like the elder was saying, through this disorder that's gonna happen, when stuff gets hard and they get let loose, Esau's gonna use that disorder to say, "Hey, I have a solution." What is that solution gonna be, man?
Martial law.
Martial law and corrupt.
Correct.
That's what I want to get to.
That's what it's
The
going
main, what he really wants to get to is to say, hey, if you merge with this, we can have some normalcy. Don't you want things to go back to normal?
Right.
And you niggas is gonna fold.
Yeah, if I may, because you already see the imperfections with the artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
They got mistaken identity.
Yeah.
You know, one case in Houston, I forgot where the other Jake was from, but now they got a glitch in the
Facial recognition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they can't really pinpoint who they want. So if you fit the bill, you just fit the bill. Like, oh, our IA says you.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention something about the cell phones. I didn't mention it in point one. But cell phones you know how guys know how cell phones started off? It was a military tool.
That's how the computer started really too, when you
to gather information.
Right.
So when you talked about the facial recognition. How did they get all these everybody's faces in the database?
Cell phones.
Their cell phones.
Social media.
Not using your eyeball to unlock stuff.
Now they going even further. They get more detailed with it. Especially nigga women, you get on the social media and use those little filters where they put the little ears and the makeup on their face. You bitches.
Yeah, Snapchat's been doing that shit for 10 years.
And if brother, if you on social media, man, okay. But don't put no filter on your damn face.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, and even through the pandemic, if y'all notice, people who were committing crimes happen to have those masks on, they were still able to recognize you. So that shows you that shows you to some degree they could, they could take it there. They've already taken it there.
You see how stupid the masses are.
Yep.
These people out here, I told you, this is fucking Toontown. If you don't understand what I mean, watch the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
This is Toontown.
Yep.
The whole, like you said, with the Fed, that on Facebook, people just whatever simplicity that social media or the government or society tell you to do, they just go with it.
Yeah.
They just go with it, bro.
Yep.
They just do it. They just do as thou wilt. It's like, well, this is wrong.
That's the programming. When you meet most people that you meet, especially women, I don't even want to talk about this bitch no more, but when you meet them, their whole mentality of right and wrong and what they should be doing is based off of this goddamn phone and social media. They don't have an actual thought for themselves in their head. When you're dealing with a woman, you're not actually dealing with the woman. You're dealing with the creation that Esau has made.
Yeah,
everybody's using the same talking points as far as style. Nobody's creative. Everybody's just looking on Instagram and just what's trending.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And you don't realize most of the stuff that pop up on your feed in the algorithm, Esau put it there.
Right. It's a real herd mentality.
Yeah, he has an algorithm to where he says, okay, for this demographic of people, we're gonna show these things, and he programs every people that he's categorized.
Everybody using the same like slang terminology. On God, standing on business. This
on God.
Everybody's just using the same
shit. You're not supposed to really be saying that.
Right.
That's against the law.
Right.
You're not supposed to.
But everybody uses the same like type of slang terminologies and just talking points.
Well, let's be honest. Who are we talking about? Fucking these tribes.
Yeah, the niggas.
Primarily Negroes.
Yeah.
That's why I don't deal with black people. First of all, I don't have conversations with black people. I don't. I told y'all what the fuck I do.
It save you some grief.
I'm in the supermarket, it could be Kroger. I don't want to go to Kroger that much. I go to Tom's.
Black people.
We went to Walmart, man. We went there, grab some pants. I got the fuck on that dollar. I got the fuck on. You know what I mean? Like, yo, dude, like, I see them niggas, and you can see them from a mile away, the red, blue, the house, I see niggas, I'm running up that aisle. You know what I'm saying? For real, bro.
Go to Aldi's or something.
I don't deal with black people.
Niggas being open.
I'm a racist.
Niggas being
Okay?
open like that.
I'm telling all y'all, I'm a fucking racist. So if y'all have any black friends, don't bring them there.
Hey, we ain't bringing no niggas to the temple, so to speak.
Yeah. And don't bring no black woman in this house. You brothers that live in the house, you don't be bringing no brown sugar in this house.
Oh man, okay. The second Maccabee, we're gonna get to it because we brought up. Well, what are we reading Isaiah first?
We're at Isaiah 26 and
An offender for a word.
29 and
21.
So we went on a little tangent, but it's all good. Now, the primary thing that you will be called an offender for is saying that you're a Jew, saying that you're actually of that chosen line. That's the problem. You know, I remember the world had to stop when Kyrie reposted the documentary. The primary, and after that, with all those commercials of fighting back against anti-Semitism
During the Super Bowl.
during the Super Bowl. All these, you seeing more and more commercials. Ain't nobody thinking about y'all ass.
Ain't nobody doing nothing to y'all, man.
Those commercials are a direct correlation of the truth coming out. That's all.
That's it.
So let's read that second Maccabees 66 because this isn't a new thing. Go ahead.
Second Maccabees 6:6. It says, neither was it lawful for a man. Hold on.
Oh, my bad, y'all. That brother had it, but it's all
No,
right.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no,
Go ahead. We gotta pass the ball, man.
Make sure you speak up, you know.
Yeah, gotta speak
Yeah,
up.
the mic, or you just point at me. I'll get it to you.
No, okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I got you. I got the mic right here.
Yep.
That's all good. I got it.
This second Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself to be a Jew. Look, you can't keep the law, statutes, and you niggas can't say that you're Israelites. Y'all like you out here. It's gonna get to a point to where us being on the highways and byways, man, is gonna be a capital offense. Just for the brothers, you know, a lot of people that's just you got your fringes on, you think this is something cute. No, your life is gonna be under threat at some point if you continue in this walk. This ain't just a fad. It's just cute. All the sisters in the head wraps.
Yeah.
Because I'm an Israelite.
Yeah, I'm in it because of course I'm in it. I've been seeing so many videos. They make the little compilation all the Hebrew women. Of course I'm in Israel. I got my
course, that's
I got my head wrapped, right?
Yeah.
You gonna see it? Keep that energy. Keep that same energy.
Holding out the swords. And
Yeah.
it's fun. It's real fun.
We gonna see. We gonna see if you serious about it.
Right.
You see that there's a subset of men that the Lord has in the earth who aren't about gimmicks, who understand the density of what they're a part of.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
We're all about to find. But you know, Elder Yasharamas made a statement a year or two ago, and it he said a lot of these people are fringes. The Lord got them there to be a shield for us.
That's right. That's right.
So do what you do.
Yep.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right.
Crash dummies. Because read that again, brother. Kanye. This is Second Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. And bro, during that great captivity, it was some gruesome shit going down to our people. Eleazar, man, they was like, man, just eat some pork. You don't even gotta eat it, just make it look like you eat it. Look like you eat
You
it.
can eat something lawful, but just give the appearance.
Just give it, and we're supposed to abstain from all appearance of evil.
Man, that's right.
All right. So it's gonna get to that. The Lord said in Matthew the 24th chapter and 21 what? And in Daniel 12:1, that a time worse than any time
Right.
is getting ready to happen, bro.
Michael's gonna have to come.
Michael gonna have to stand up.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, just to add to that, because when you go into the second Maccabees 6, this was another form of an abomination of desolation that was set up. You know, because you can read about the abomination of desolation in Daniel 9, which that's going into the destruction of the temple in 70 AD. But you do have examples, because it's also made mention of in Maccabees as well about the abomination that make it desolate. Well, you have this account here that happened in the temple of Jupiter, you know, where they were sacrificing swine's flesh, like you're going into with Eleazar and such. And they was forcing us to not keep our laws and such. And as he's going into that, we have this here as a visual of that happening with our forefathers and how that's going to segue into right now. Except the difference is it ain't going to be pork. It's that seed hip. You know what I'm saying? And that see him in this beast system, this dystopian world where AI is generating everything. You know, we're gonna have to make sure we keep our integrity, just as our forefathers kept their integrity in that day of the Maccabees, where they was trying to force Jake to eat pork. You know, and it was really the temple that was doing it, but they changed it and turned it into the temple of Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? So that was even something that was home within Jake, and they tried to change it into something heathenistic, and they want to do that right now to the spirit,
So
but they can't.
was a pregame, if I could say.
Yeah.
That jab, that was just a pregame. You know,
It's a simulation.
right.
Right.
All right. So what? A defiling of the temple. They want to do that again.
Right.
Which temple ye are? So how they gonna defile the temple, man? By putting that charagma in you. You're the temple. That's how he seeks to defile it this time. I got you. Let me get this brother his sword. That sword heavy too. Go ahead.
Well, you know, 2 Thessalonians speaks on this, and I had this held earlier, but I know you got precepts, you know, and such. But this 2 Thessalonians 2, I'm gonna just read it really quick. You know, 2 Thessalonians 2 says, let's see here, the point is in verse 4.
Yep.
And it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple. And when you go into that word sitteth right there, can somebody pull that word up off the show? The water. Because that's what that's going into. Him sitting in the temple is him putting his imprint inside of you.
Yeah.
You know?
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
You got it, bro. That was my point.
Yeah.
If you want to break that down, you got it, bro.
What was that? What verse was that?
That was in verse 4.
Okay.
It's the word sitteth.
All right. That word sitteth in the Greek is Strong's G. No, it's not verse 4. Let me see. Oh, it is. It is. I'm sorry. I'm looking for it. It's on here.
It's toward the end of the verse.
Okay, yeah. 25:23. Kathizo. It says to set, to appoint, to confer a kingdom to one, to make, to sit down. It says having to have fixed one as abode, to sojourn, to settle, or to settle down.
Right. And the point was to fix one's abode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this temple, that's what they want to do.
Yeah, man. So yeah, he wants to be like the Most High. He wants to be inside of us. He wants to have dominion over us, even the things that we think, everything. He wants to own you.
Right.
But you got 2/3 of our people who are gonna be cool with that. They're just gonna lay down.
Mm-hmm.
There's a remnant who aren't gonna be for it, man. There's a remnant that's gonna cry out. That chapter Deuteronomy 22 that y'all like to get on our ass about because we brought out, hey, this is how the Lord says to deal with this when it happens.
But why don't they break it down another way then? That's right.
Because they pieces of shit.
Right.
Now, there's going to be a remnant of Israel that actually cries out. The woman that cries, she's blameless. She's without fault. She fought back. She cried out. That's what you ought to be doing. Not telling the people that, oh, it ain't no chip. How you going to eat? Disarming the flock, man. Telling them, coercing them to go along with this foreign man that's running up on them. There's blood on your hands for that. Okay, and if your teachers are teaching you that, because I know a lot of y'all just jump to GMS, then you'll go watch the car, then you'll go watch IUIC, and then you confused and come on the comment board and ask dumbass questions. If your teachers are telling you that, oh, that's not something you should worry about, bro, they're setting you up to lose what you should prize most. What do we all prize most? Salvation. That's the whole thing we're trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
If they're telling you that, they're putting your salvation in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say whenever the disciples asked Yahushua a question, Yahushua answered it, right? But a lot of times he was speaking parables to the masses, or even to the wicked, scribes or Pharisees. He would pose a question to them to answer their question, right? Like there was times where if you ask in sincerity, the Lord's gonna give you the answer, man. Right? If the person that's answering your question, the Lord is dealing with them, then you're gonna get the right answer. But a lot of false leaders, like you said, bro, they're gonna lead you into the pit. So I just want to throw that out there.
All right, so that's pretty much wrapping up the point for censorship and government control. All right. I didn't really I was going to talk about the fact checkers that popped up during the pandemic, but, you know, I think that point is covered. The next point I want to talk about, we're going to get through these real quick, is in 1984, they had doublethink and cognitive dissonance. So what was going on was there were things that people instinctively knew were true, right? Like we know that trees are good, but Bill Gates will sit there and tell you trees are bad for the environment. Nigga. Trees filter the air.
Right.
If there weren't any trees, we wouldn't be able to function.
They take in carbon and release O2, oxygen. You gotta have trees.
Things you instinctively know are good. That, hey, this is what this is. A prime example, a beautiful example, right? That we all understand is that question that popped up a couple years ago. What is a woman?
Oh.
We instinctively know what a woman is. It's it's a human that can bear children.
Right. What is the truth now? Because everything they trying to make truth subjective. Well, it's my truth. You know, go ahead and speak your truth. You know,
and when they say speak your truth, they say, hey, tell us how you feel. That's really what they.
Yes, sir.
Right. You and that's a
speak according to your own heart. When the scripture says in Jeremiah, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
Yeah, that's how women operate. If
Right.
you ask a woman, what do you think? She's not going to tell you what she actually thinks. She's going to tell you how she feels.
Right. We've had people come up and tell us, now we don't want to hear another precept. What do you guys think? And we like,
No, what the fuck? What does that matter?
We gotta read the scriptures.
Who am I?
Like, yeah, no.
Well, why does it matter what I
I
think?
hear what you're saying on that, but what do you think? Like, no.
And we're forbidden to do that. If you're out there on the highways and byways and somebody tell you that, bro, go to 1 Peter 4:11. If any man speak, let him speak as the ability which God giveth. All right, it's not about us, but that's what these people, like it talks about in Romans 1. These people, they're infatuated with themselves. They worship the creature more than the creator. All right, so that's if anybody's got any brothers got precepts to go with that, we could read a few and then we'll jump to the next point. Anybody? Okay, go ahead. Here you go. Hold on. Get that to him. The white.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 2. And it says, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you. Verse 2, here's the point. And that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. For all men have not faith. And the point, or the word that we really want to hone in right here, is unreasonable. Like, you can't reason with these people. There's no reasoning with someone that says, that questions, right, what makes a woman, what makes a man. You can't reason with someone that believes that there's more than two genders, man.
Speaking to a wall.
Yeah.
You ever have a conversation with somebody and you talking to them, you actually having like trying to get them to understand something, and they say something in the middle of the conversation and make you go, what the fuck am I doing? Like, would you listen to anything I just said? That's the majority of these people. It's dudes that'll come out and watch the whole camp, and then at the end of the camp, they'll say, well, can the white man be saved? Watch a whole camp. We don't win until he the wicked and all this. And he's like, well, what about the white man? Because I got some white friends. You be like, you dumbass. Not all white people. You be like, hey, you know what? Best of luck to you, bro. Which white people? You talking about the white people Oak Cliff? No, nigga.
You ain't gotta be blind, like
yeah. What are you talking? Like Jake be tripping. So there's some. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I had a precept after you done.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just going into the cognitive dissonance, Revelation 22:14, it says, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Right, that particular part. Esau loves to make up lies. He loves to call it right. He loves to call the truth. Basically, he loves to just like the serpent in the garden. He likes to challenge the truth. He likes to pretty much.
Can I back you up real quick? It's Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that spirit. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You got it, brother.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what Esau likes to do, man. Surely the turning of things upside down should be esteemed as a potter's clay. So he wants to make you think that putting snow crab's blood in your bloodstream
is gonna make you healthy. He likes to make you think that spraying pesticides on your food ain't gonna have no effect on your body in the long term. That your body's gonna be able to adapt to the forever chemicals that you're consuming constantly, and basically to the point where everybody thinks that he knows more than the Most High. He knows better than the Most High.
They're gonna look at him like you talked, like we went to that chapter earlier in 2 Thessalonians 2. People are gonna actually begin to look at him as God.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna, and people in 2020, that little trial run they had, people start to look at that syringe as God.
Actually, they turned it into a religion. Yeah, I said that in the lesson I did earlier this week.
Yeah. They looked at, and what do we mean by that? They said, oh, they actually worship. I didn't see nobody worship. They didn't have a Bible that had a syringe on it.
Yeah.
Nigga, we're talking about they look to it for salvation.
Right.
That's what it was.
There's only one that was put here to save. See?
Right.
Okay, is it? Yeah.
That's it on the scripture.
Okay, yeah, that brother got it. You can hold it. All right, so the next this will pretty much be the last point because point 7 was technology. We kind of covered that now.
Yeah, we covered the hell.
Yeah, we covered the hell out of that. So 7 is just basically the whole lesson if you run this back. But 6 was militarism or militarization. You see, when a country is at war or when there is chaos, we touched on this a little bit too. It justifies the powers that be to come down with harsher measures because they have to. It's like decisions have to be made. So they, as chaos begins to ramp up in here, this devil's going to start to speak as a dragon. Those draconian measures are going to come down. And you go ahead, brother. You had something? I see you.
Daniel 8:25. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
You got it, brother.
Gone. So the point was in the key point in the first beginning of it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. So like the priest is going into, he's gonna come through with those draconian measures, those warlike measures to pretty much destroy people and really enforce his New World Order agenda.
Yeah, to push that fourth industrial revolution. Those policies and the things that, the chaos that's going to be going on, he's going to use his codes. You guys realize a lot of the codes that we're forced to follow are actually unconstitutional. It's not. It's actually against the law for us to have to follow them. Yeah, that's unconstitutional. You're not just it goes against what was the foundation of this place, so-called, right? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech.
The migrants coming in here.
That's
Because
unconstitutional.
you're not supposed to have unlawful entry into the borders, man.
Elder Malcolm always goes into the codes
Right.
that this devil pushes, man. But that's going to be souped up in the times to come, man. World War III starts to tick up, but it's not going to be in full until that mark is made mandatory. All right, but so that's pretty much. Unless brothers got any closing precepts or points they might want to add. Now it's just open and we'll wrap up when brothers are done.
Okay. I'm gonna bring this Isaiah chapter 10 out, and just to give a disclaimer, this is talking about Esau, but I'm sorry, this is talking about Jake. But we know the curses are being converted from Jake to Esau,
right?
And it's giving you overall the idea of how the Lord feels. You know what I'm saying? About those that are doing wrong. So this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 5. No, I'm reading just verse 6. It says, I will send him against an hypocritical nation.
Right.
Now, when you go into the point of this here, it's going into the Assyrian, how the Lord sent the Assyrians against Jake. Well, now we have Esau, Edom in a predicament that they're going to get ready to be taken over. You got all these heathen nations that's getting ready to come over here against Babylon and all this, But it says, I will send him against an hypocritical nation and against the people of my wrath will I give him charge. So it shows you the Lord's plans to a nation that he has wrath against, a hypocritical nation. You know what I'm saying? And the promise of that is, of destruction, destitution. Okay. And it says to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire in the streets. So I want to bring that out, but just going into the Lord doing that to E instead of Jake. But the point is a hypocritical nation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you created these laws and these so-called amendments and these freedoms that they've been given, but you ain't even keeping it. So the Lord is going to judge you as he would judge a hypocritical nation.
There you go.
You know,
what it say in Isaiah 47:1? Sit down to dust, there is no more throne. I'm paraphrasing. That's the end of him doing all these things.
Right.
So you know it's gonna, if you actually go watch the movie, it's free on YouTube. Type in 1984, George Orwell, full movie. It'll come up. Now when you watch it, you know if you watch it in the spirit, it's like, damn, like this is what he's trying to get to. But you got to understand, like what the brothers just read, they lose in the end. All we got to do is stay our course. So Abaratazah, brothers don't have anything. No. Abaratazah, the lesson was edifying. Want to give all praises once more to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem.
Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers and of course the few sisters pursuing this truth and sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.
Shalom.